Servers at restaurants, what's the strangest thing someone's asked for? Once had a dude order a large garden salad, looked me dead ass in the eyes and very seriously said no purple in it, and I just acted like why sure okay with no follow-up questions. Ended up picking out anything purple colored in the salad and very nervously watched him pick through it. Was satisfied enough and left a decent tip. I can never unsee purple things in my salad now, but I eat 'em. When I was cooking in the military, someone requested a BLT sandwich but with no bacon or tomato. He wasn't kidding, he just wanted bread and lettuce. Flavor Flav came into the restaurant I worked at. It was a fancy seafood place. He ordered just a plate of cucumbers for himself, everyone else at his table ordered normal things. I'm guessing he maybe doesn't like seafood. Hilarious. Yes, he wore a giant clock chain and he let the staff take pics with him as he said Flavor Flav really nice guy. A middle-aged lady insisted she didn't like soda water or sparkling water, so instead asked for a white wine spritzer without the white wine. There are 2 ingredients to a white wine spritzer: white wine and soda water. Back when I was serving at a Chili's, I had a couple ask me to give them their gender reveal for a new baby. I never met them before, but apparently they fucking loved Chili's. A tablecloth. A gentleman shit himself at a booth and asked for a tablecloth so he could walk out with it wrapped around him. I still serve him to this day, and that was around 15 years ago, no shame. Back he comes once a week. We never asked about getting the tablecloth back. I once had a lady ask for chicken medium rare. I told her we can't do that and she responded with, "But they do it at other restaurants for me." I promptly told her to go to other restaurants then. I ain't catching that lawsuit. Had someone visibly offended that their glass of wine didn't have ice. After I get her a mug of ice to pour it over, she asked for sugar packets which she stirred into it. She still wasn't enjoying it and offered to get her a soft drink instead. She gladly let me swap it for some lemonade. A whole bottle of fish sauce. And they used the whole bottle of fish sauce. We had a woman send a grilled chicken salad back because it was cold. So we cooked some new chicken and made sure to send it back while still warm. She sent it back again. The entire salad wasn't hot enough for her. We microwaved her salad. She ate it. I don't know, man. In college I worked at a burrito shop on campus. One night this guy who was stoned out of his mind ordered a burrito with everything on it: 3x salsa, sour cream, extra beans, meat, rice, everything. I could barely wrap the burrito. He walks over and sits at a table and takes one bite and all the burrito contents shot out the bottom. He just went oh no and then just started eating it out of his lap and off the table. It was entertaining to watch. This man told me he couldn't have anything that has been ground up at some point. So can't use anything with flour in it. Not because the gluten, but because it was made small at one point. My man, that is not a thing. Chili dog, sub chicken noodle soup for chili. She took a bite and said, "Oh, I made a mistake." Honestly, I'd say the weirdest thing was that while I was a server at a restaurant in the Royal Hawaiian, a guest asked me to book a shark adventure tour. It had nothing to do with my job or even the hotel. Those tours were entirely separate businesses. I took his black card, went to guest services, picked up a pamphlet, and booked the tour. He tipped me $250. Totally worth it. The place I worked at had little water cups on the table and we kept them filled for customers. I sat a party of 2 women who said they were waiting for a third person and went to fill their water cups. When I asked if I should fill the third one or wait for the third person to arrive, one woman said, "Oh, no need, he's trying to quit." I thought it was a joke, and when the third person, a man, got there, I went to fill his water. He said, "No, don't fill it, I'm trying to quit water." The other night I had a girl ask if the chef would manually take the bones out of the chicken wings. Of course, the chef said no because of hygiene, so one of her friends offered to do it for her. Guy came in with a large group, must have had a recent surgery or something cause he asked for his meal to be blended. He ordered a lasagna. Can I have the chicken salad please? But instead of corn I want peppers, instead of raisins, dates, and instead of pineapple, apple. Ah, and no chicken, thank you. I used to work at Olive Garden. There was a lady that would come in at least once a week and she was dubbed by our staff as Peperoncini Lady. She would want you to open a new bag of the pepperoncinis we used in the salads and pour out the juice in a cup. She would literally straight up drink the juice. She would also get a bowl of pepperoncinis and just eat them. I had a couple that told me to wait before I pre-bussed their table so the man could lick every plate clean first. They had multiple apps and entries between them and he licked every single one clean before I was allowed to take it. They weren't in a private booth or anything. The other guests could see this happening. Chicken is vegetarian. Lady orders pizza with chicken, for the table. Rest of the table argued with her that they are vegetarians. She can have chicken on her own pizza with chicken. She replied chicken is vegetarian. Refused to understand that her friends were trying to get a vegetarian meal. I had a regular that wanted their tiramisu served hot. Guacamole without avocados, the whole reason behind my name. She was completely serious too. I work at Domino's. Asked a guy if he wanted any toppings on his pizza, and he 100% seriously asked me, do you guys have coconut? Jägermeister Tabasco whipped cream pepper. When I went to take an order from two men, one grabbed my thigh and said, I'll have you. You look meaty. The other guy at the table was mortified. I was unamused. The other servers wanted to take the table off me, but I wasn't traumatized, just annoyed. House salad. Hold the lettuce and all other vegetables. Extra croutons, extra cheese, extra dressing. Literally a plate of croutons, cheese and dressing. A grilled cheese, Atkins style. This was like early 2000s. My boss told me to microwave 3 slices of cheese and charge her $8 for it. She was thrilled. Years ago, while leaving a restaurant, I saw a guy sitting at the counter seats pouring ketchup into his Sprite, straight out of the glass Heinz bottle. He glanced around to see if anyone was looking and then started pouring it in. One time at a Mexican restaurant, my brain glitched and I asked for chopsticks. Poor girl froze up and said, I'll ask my manager, but I don't think we have those. I worked in an Italian place at the height of the Atkins diet craze. We had someone order a personal pizza, to go, no crust, along with some other stuff for their family. My kitchen manager thought quick. Took a piece of foil, built the pizza on top of it sans crust and ran it through the oven. We boxed it up and sent it out with the rest of the order. I never heard back from them, and to this day I'm still not sure if it was a genuine request, or someone's idea of a joke. Either way, I don't really care. I once had a woman order a glass of red wine, with a side of creamer. I actually didn't think much of it at first, but when I brought them to her, she proceeded to pour the cream into the glass of wine. I told her I've never seen that before. She said, you've got to try it. I'm not going to try it. I work somewhere that sells Macallan 25. It's a 25-year aged scotch that is $350 for a 2-ounce pour. We don't sell it often, just for the occasional high roller. Someone asked for 2 shots of it mixed with Diet Coke one night. The bartender died inside pouring it for them, but a $700 tab is a $700 tab. We aren't in the business of telling you not to spend